Now we need you. Drive the change. Support the shift.
Travelers planning their Christmas holidays will need to brace themselves for possible delays, confusion and lost baggage. Air Malta's new ground handling services company is having difficulty coping. Several Air Malta customers have taken their complaints to social media over the past weeks. The Shift first reported it is informed that Aviation Services Handling Limited is severely short of staff. The new employees, almost all of whom are from Italy, hardly understand a word of English, let alone Maltese. They are not adequately trained and appear to be out of their depth when it comes to standard procedures. Customers reported they either had to tell check-in staff how to do their job or had services refused as the new workers didn't know how to use the IT system. Others had to wait for their luggage for days after flying with Air Malta. Senior sources at the airline confirmed the new company formed between Air Malta and the private Italian ground handling company is still green. They said no real training has been given to the new staff. The Building and Construction Authority BCA went ahead with its €15,000 Christmas party at Marriott Hotel on Friday night. Earlier this week, the Shift reported some employees felt disgusted by CEO Jesmond Muscat's expensive Christmas bash just a week after Malta's latest construction fatality. Such event is also in clear breach of a directive stating that no government funds are to be used for Christmas parties issued by the Public Services Chief in November. It's unclear whether the minister responsible for the BCA, Stefan Srinzorzo party, has given the green light for the party to be held. BCA CEO Jesmond Muscat has not replied to questions sent by this newsroom. If the Shift did not want to battle 40 lawsuits from the government, it should not have filed 40 Freedom of Information requests. That's what a lawyer for the Planning Authority suggested in court on Wednesday. The comment came in response to the Shift's lawyer's remarks about this newsroom having to fight 40 identical appeals filed by 40 different public entities. Appeals against our FOI requests, against the rulings of the Information and Data Protection Commissioner, and against the Appeals Tribunal. It was really quite incredible to hear the PA's lawyer argue in court today, so it's our fault for asking questions and demanding accountability, the Shift's managing editor Caroline Muscat said. International press freedom organizations, the OSCE and the Council of Europe have argued such court cases were intended to create a chilling effect among journalists. Battling these appeals cost the Shift half of its operational budget for a year. You can support us with your donation. The government broke all public procurement rules when giving out some 20 direct orders to events company Tech Limited for promoting the Malta Metro. The Shift's exclusive report from last July has now been confirmed by damning findings published by the National Audit Office NAO. While the expenses for the exhibition should have been capped at €400,000, it ended up costing taxpayers over €550,000. Former Transport Minister Ian Borge and former Transport Malta Chairman Joseph Bugeja personally intervened to discuss, approve and negotiate the costs. The NAO pointed out that no official approval for the Tech Limited direct orders was sought through the Department of Contracts or the Finance Minister. Tech Limited also supplied tents and technical equipment for Ian Borge's personal electoral campaign just a few months after the Metro exhibition. The Foundation for Medical Services FMS continues to recruit staff on a person of trust basis instead of through competitive processes. In a reply to a Freedom of Information request by the Shift, the FMS said it has 13 persons of trust on its payroll. The FMS has also used the method to employ staff such as the chef at Mount Carmel Hospital, drivers, messengers and other workers. The National Audit Office has warned to end such practices. However, sources said persons of trust are now being distributed across departments and entities within the ministry to make the practice less visible. Although the number of persons of trust on the books of the FMS was reduced following the general election, the method is still being used to recruit those loyal to Health Minister Chris Fearn.